Hello children, welcome to next session, session number 18. Now we are going to the next chapter, chapter 2, polynomials and factorization. So it's two parts, polynomials and its factors. So we'll discuss one by one. So before going to the direct exercise sums, we'll have to know some basic points in this one, some definitions and some terms involved in that one. We have to know that. So for that sake, we'll start with this one. The first topic is the polynomials. The polynomials definition: an algebraic expression in which the variables involved have only non-negative integral powers are called as polynomials. So I'll divide into 3 or 4 parts. The first of all, an algebraic expression. Expression, it's not an equation. What is the difference between expression and equation is, an equation will have equality, LHS and RHS. But an algebraic expression will have only one quantity, only one term, or only one part. Is equals to, it will be not there. Equation means LHS and RHS will be there. But expression means only one will be there, either this or that. So equal to, it will be not there. Next, second thing is, in which the variable having non-negative. Non-negative means it should have positive powers, non-negative integral powers. So the power must be positive and it must be an integral power. So integer, it must be a positive integer, not decimals, are called as polynomials. So 3 points. The first point, it must be an algebraic expression, not an equation. Difference between expression and equation is, equation will have LHS and RHS is equals to, equality between the expressions will be there. So first of all, equality it should not there, is equals to. And second thing is, the powers must be non-negative and it must be integral. They are called as polynomials, right? Now we'll try to understand this definition with some examples. So page number 28, think and discuss and write. So very, very important in all the textbook. Don't forget to do this, try this, think and discuss sums will be, which are given in your exercise in the chapter. Separate beyond the exercise sums, you will give some think and discuss, do this, try this. You have to follow that questions also, right? Now we'll start this one. Which are page number 28, think and discuss. I am explaining this first one. Which of the following expressions are polynomials, which are not? Give reasons. So first of all, we have to check, is that a polynomial or not? And second thing is, if it is yes, it's okay. If it is not, it's not a polynomial, we have to know why it is not a polynomial. Okay? Now, the first one, 4x square plus 5x minus 2. So first of all, look at this, is equals to is not there, that means it's an expression only. For example, if it is equals to 0 is written, this will become algebraic equation. Just I am giving only one, that means it's an expression. So first point is over. Next point is, the variables involved having non-negative integral powers. So what are the variables here? X, x. And what is the power of this? Plus 2. Plus 2, look at this, non-negative. If symbol is not given means plus only. Plus 2. And what is the power here? 1. So it is an expression. Second thing is, its power is positive, and that's why it is called as a polynomial. Yes, it is a polynomial. Next, second question. Y square minus 8. Y square minus 8. Yes or no? It's a polynomial or not means? Yes, it is also a polynomial. Because there is no equation. What is the integer variable here? It is y is the variable, and what is its power? 2. Right. Next, very important question. 5. 5 is a polynomial or not? Means yes, this is also polynomial. This is called as constant polynomial. What is that? constant polynomial. So then you may ask one question, sir, where is the variable? You said that there must be expression and there must be variable. So here also variable is there. So what is the variable? You know, 5 into x power 0. What is the value of a power 0? Real numbers we have learned, it is 1. So the variable is x and it must be non-negative. So 0 does not have any symbol and the power is 0. So therefore 5 is also a polynomial, but it is termed as constant polynomial. Now look at the next question. So why 5 is a polynomial means, what is the reason? 5 can be written as 5 into x power 0, that's why it is a polynomial. Next, good question this one. 2x square plus 3 by x minus 5. Whether it is a polynomial or not? So all the students will write it is yes. Why they will write as yes, I will show you. So they will think that first of all it is an expression, and second thing is what is the variable power. Here it is a 2 and here it is 1, x power 1. So all the students will write yes, it is a polynomial, but it is not a polynomial. No. So why it is not a polynomial means, actually the variable should not be the denominator. That is the reason. So here what is the answer is 2x square plus 3 into x power minus 1 minus 5. Why x power minus 1? The formula we have learned, real numbers. 1 by x power n is equals to x power minus n. This is the formula we have learned. So the x power 1, 3 into 1 by x power 1, this can be written as 3 into x power minus 1. So here what is the, look at this, x power 2 of course having 1 and this one minus 1, so it is not a polynomial. So what is the reason for this? It is not a polynomial. We have to tell him, we may tell in two ways. The first way is the variable is in the denominator, and or else what is the one more reason? X power minus 1. So its degree is its one of the power is minus 1. So it should not be non-negative, it should be non-negative, that means it should be positive, but here it is negative is there, that's why it is not a polynomial. Got it? Next, one more question. So we have to tell, already I informed, if it is a polynomial it's okay. If it is not a polynomial, we have to mention the reason why it is not a polynomial. Okay? Next question. Root 3x square plus 5y. Good question this is also. So it is a yes. So why? Because x square power 2 plus 2. Y power, if nothing is given, power 1. So both are positive and non-integers. It is a polynomial. Next, look at this question number 6. This you can tell. 1 by x plus 1. It's a polynomial or not means? No, it is not a polynomial. So what is the reason? Reason number 1, we can tell in two reasons. One reason is the variable is in the denominator. Variable should not be in the denominator. It must be in the numerator. Or we can also write this is nothing but 1 by x can be written as x power minus 1 plus 1. So its power is minus 1. It's a negative number, that's why it is not a polynomial. Next question. Root x. Very, very important question. Root x. Root x is a polynomial or not? Look at this. Root 3x square and this is root x. Root 3x square means root 3 into x square. And this is root x. You know what is meant by root x? We will learn in the search. What is that? X is x power 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is that? Yes, it is a positive means it's not correct. So 1 by 2 is nothing but x power 0.5. We got decimal. That's why it is not a polynomial. What is the condition? Expression must be, of course, it is in the plus 1 by 2 only, but it must be integral power. We got 0.5, 1.5, 2.5, that's not a polynomial. It must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that only. So that's why this is not a polynomial. Okay? And last question is 3xyz. Yes or no? Yes, it is also a polynomial because power 1, 1, 1 all having power 1 only, that too positive, all in the numerators. So this is the way to understand what are polynomials and which are not polynomials, what is the reason for that. Okay, next I'll go for the next one. Polynomials in one variable. What is the next point is polynomials in one variable. Very simple. Already we have known what are polynomials. Just now we have discussed. One variable. So variable means any letter from A to Z. So there must be only one variable. So I'll give 5 examples. Let us check which are in one variable or not. For our convenience purpose, we'll go for the previous examples only. So look at the first one, 4x square plus 5x minus 2. First of all, it's a polynomial or not? Yes, it's a polynomial, and it is also polynomial in one variable. What is the variable here? X. Now look at the second question, y square minus 8. So it's a polynomial or not? Yes, it's a polynomial, and it is in one variable or not? Yes. What is that variable? Y. There is no condition that there should be x only, and there is no condition there should be y only. There must be any variable, but that variable must be 1. So if I write another one, you will get the difference. Look at this, root 3x square plus 5y. First of all, it's a polynomial or not? Yes, it's a polynomial, but it is not a polynomial in one variable. Don't get confused. It is a polynomial, but it is not a polynomial in one variable. But what is this? Polynomial in two variables. So what are the two variables? One is x, one is y. Okay. So that means polynomials in one variable means it must be polynomial and there must be only one variable. Got it? Next, 3xyz. Look at this. It's a polynomial or not? Yes, it's a polynomial, but it is a polynomial in 3 variables. So, but what is the condition? What we have to require? Polynomial in one variable. So therefore, it's a polynomial with 3 variables. So this is the difference. I have given 4 examples. In the first 2 examples, all are polynomials only. But what is the difference is that these 2 are polynomial in one variable. This is polynomial in 2 variables, and this is polynomial in 3 variables. Okay. Next. So here one point is there. Do this. Page number 29. He given one task. So what is the task is given? You have to write that one. Write 2 polynomials with variable x. Write 2 polynomials with variable x. Your wish. So I am writing 3x square plus 2x plus 6. First of all, it's a polynomial or not? Yes, it's a polynomial. And second thing is which variable I have to use? X. I'll write one more. 4x cube plus 3x square plus 6x plus 2. Yes, these 2 are polynomials in x. The same question. Write 3 polynomials with variable y. So very simple. This time we have to write 3 polynomials. But what is the change? Variable must change. What variable we have to take? Y. Now I will write 4y plus 6. It's a polynomial or not? Yes, it's a polynomial. Next, 3y square plus 6y minus 6. Yes, it's also polynomial. Next, 10y cube plus 14. Yes, it is also polynomial. So condition is it must be an expression, it must have one variable, and the power must be non-integral power. So these are the 3 examples. Next, one more given. Is the polynomial 2x square plus 3xy plus 5y square is in one variable or not? So what's your answer? Yes or no? It is a one variable or not? So the direct answer is no. What is the answer? You know, it is a polynomial in 2 variables. What are that? X and y. Okay, so this is the way to understand the polynomials in one variable, the polynomials in two variables. You can write your own examples also, polynomials with variable x, polynomials with variable y, you can also write that. Next, very important concept, next we are going to learn. And for your convenience purpose, I am informing that this chapter is going to continue in 10th class also. If you are very perfect at this stage, in the 9th class stage only, then in that in the 10th class exam, 10th class chapter, it will be very easy. So try to be perfect in this stage only, right? The next concept, very important concept, degree of the polynomial. Degree of polynomial. So here a definition is given. Degree of the term is the sum of the exponents of variable terms. That's not it's there. So for understanding purpose, I will give in a simple way. The highest power of the given expression may be called as degree. May be called as degree of polynomial. Right? So I used the word called as may because degree of polynomial degree can be we have 2 or 3 definitions. Among that, the first one, for your understanding purpose, I am giving that. Of course, it is also right, but it is not a perfect definition in the terminologies. For our understanding purpose, we may call it as this one. So the highest power of the given expression may be called as degree of the polynomial. So we will try to do some mug up with more examples, then you will get an idea. Right? So first, I am writing 3x square plus 7x plus 5. Okay. Now, what is that? How many terms are there? There are 3 terms. 1, 2, 3. So what is the degree of this? You know, what is the 3x square? So means the first term is the degree is 2. In the second term degree is 1, and this is a constant. The degree of a constant polynomial is 0. So there are 3 terms. In the 3 terms, the highest power is 2. So therefore, its degree is 2. Okay. Next, I will explain one more question. 4y cube plus 3x cube plus 4x square plus 3y square plus 6x plus 4y. This is the big expression. Now how many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 terms are there. Let us see. The degree of this one is 3. Simple what we have to check is the variable power we have to check. Here also 3, here 2, here 2, here 1, here 1. So what is the highest? 3. So therefore the degree of this polynomial is 3. Okay. Now I'll tell next important aspect. Suppose when combination of 2 variables is given, it is a simple single variables, that means 4x cube plus y cube, this type of given. Suppose if the expression like this is given, 4x cube plus 3y cube plus 4x square y square plus 3x cube y plus 6x is given, 6xy is given. Let us check. So in this case, how many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms are there. This is very simple. What is its degree? Yes, its degree is 3. And what is its degree? Yes, it is also 3. Now here what is the degree? So means this is the combination of two variables. In this case, what you have to do is add the sum of the powers. Sum of the powers. So what is the powers? X power 2 plus y power 2. How much it is? The degree is 4. In this case, x power 3, y power 1. It is also 4. And in this case, 2. Y 2. Nothing is given. 1, 1. Now look at this. What is the degree of this? So degree of this will be 4. So don't write 2. So it's okay. If a single variable is given, it's okay. If it is given the combination of two variables, then you have to write like this. Okay. Next. Now can you write what is the degree of this? 6x cube y cube z power 4. What is the degree of this one? You know, it's very simple. Whenever a 3 variables or 4 variables or a combination of variables is given, term is there, we have to add the powers of that. So therefore 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10. Its degree is 10. So this is the way to write the degree. Okay. Now we'll go for some exercise sums, not exercise sum, practice sums. Some task is given. Find the degree of the given polynomials. Page number 30. Do this. Write the degree of each of the following polynomials. The first one, 7x cube plus 5x square plus 2x minus 6. So how to write? It's very simple. First, there are how many terms are there? 4 terms. So first here what you have to write is degree of the first term. What is the first term? 7x cube is 3 because x power 3. Next, second one, degree of 5x square. What is it? 2. And the degree of 2x is 1 and degree of minus 6 is 0. Why 0? 6 is a constant polynomial. So among this, what is the highest? 3. So therefore degree of 7x cube plus 5x square plus 2x minus 6 is 3. What is the highest you have to do? That is the degree of that polynomial. Okay. So don't bother about the symbols here. It is plus or minus. It may be. It's not an important one. We have to check the powers. Okay. Next, I'll go for the second question. So whenever the terms in the combination is given, the students may get confused. So in that case, no need to get confused. The simple thing is, we have to multiply add the powers of that. 7 minus x plus 3x square. It's very simple. I already informed. Don't bother about the plus and minus and don't bother about the terms. X square should be first and second thing that we'll learn in the next one. So how many terms are there? There are 3 terms. The first term is degree of 7. How much? 0. Because 7 is a constant number. The degree of a constant polynomial is 0. And next one, degree of minus x, it is 1. Don't write minus 1. So minus is this symbol and we have to write this power. Next, degree of 3x square. How much it is? 2. Don't write 3 into 2 and don't write this one. This is called as coefficient. That we'll learn in the next question. So therefore, what is the total degree? So degree of the given expression is 2. Okay. Next, 5p minus root 3. 5p minus root 3. Okay. Now what is the answer? It is degree of 5p is 1. Degree of root 3 is 0. Don't write root 3 1 by 2. That one, not that one. This all comes in the contour of a constant. So degree of any constant number is 0. So therefore, what is its degree? It is 1. Next, question number 4. 2. Only 2. So what is its degree? Degree is 0. Why 0? 2 is a constant number. And next, minus 5xy square. Can you tell what is the degree? Here there are two variables. The first variable having power 1 and second variable having power 2. So therefore its degree is 3. That is the answer. Right? Next question is given in this one only. Write the coefficients of x square in each of the following. So degree is different and coefficient is different. Coefficient means by which number we are going to multiply. For example, 5x means 5 into x. So the coefficient is 5. 10x square. So we are multiplying with 10 into x square. So the coefficient will be 10. Now the question is, write the coefficient of x square. 15 minus 3x plus 2x square. So the answer, we have to take it as the term 2x square means what? 2 into x square. So therefore coefficient of x square is 2. Next, 1 minus x square. Answer, minus x square means, what is the answer? Minus 1 into x square. So therefore coefficient is minus 1. Next, 5x square minus 3x plus 5. So what we have to write? 5x square means, what do I mean by that? 5 into x square. So therefore coefficient is 5. And one more question, root 2x square plus 5x minus 1. So what we have to take? We have to take this term. Root 2x square means, what do I mean by that? Root 2 into x square. So therefore the coefficient is root 2. So this is the way to write. The previous one we have to write the degrees, and this question is to write coefficients. Okay. So in this case we have written the coefficients of x square. Suppose if the same question is written coefficient of x, what you will do? In this case what happens? Minus 3 will be the coefficient. In this case there is no x term. In this case minus 3, and in this case plus 5. Okay, coefficient means by what number we are going to multiply can be called as coefficients. So that's all. This is about the polynomial definition and polynomial in one variable definition, then checking whether it is a polynomial or not, then next finding the degree and writing the degrees, and lastly writing the coefficients of the given expressions. Okay, next, so general form. By this, after this I will stop it. Very important one, this you have to learn. General form of a polynomial. General form of a polynomial with in one variable x, in one variable x of degree n is an expression of the form how to write this? A n x power n plus a n minus 1 x power n minus 1. plus a n minus 2 x power n minus 2 plus a n minus 3 x power n minus 3 plus and so on up to a1 x power 1 plus a0 x power 0, where a0, a1, a2 and so on an are constants. We are just coefficients or constants, and the condition is an does not equal to 0. And what is the x? X will be the variable. Already we have written. So this is the general form of a polynomial in one variable. So how to write this one is very simple. Suppose its degree is 5. So a5 x power 5, a4 x power 4, a3 x power 3. A3 ఎందుకు వస్తుంది? Suppose just I am written. Suppose if it is n is equals to 5. So what will be the expression is very simple. an అంటే a5 x power 5 plus an minus 1 means 5 minus 1. How much it will be? 4. a4 x power 4 plus 5 minus 2 అంటే 3. a3 x power 3 plus n minus 3 means 2. a2 x power 2. And lastly, what you will get, a1 x power 1 plus a0 x power 0. That means at last you will get the constant term. So therefore, how many terms will be there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In a degree of 5, there will be 5 plus 1 terms. So therefore, in a degree of n, how many terms will be there? There are n plus 1 terms will be there. So this we will progress in the next session. As of now, try to learn the general formula of a polynomial. And don't get confused, what are these a5, a4, a3 are nothing but just any constants or any coefficients. That depends on, it may be 1, we have written a1, a2 and all are constant, an does not equal to 0. So that means this first one must be not equal to 0. If it is 0, then there is no value. 0 minus 1 we will write. That is now. Okay. So that's all. I'll stop at this session. Tomorrow we'll try to learn some more aspects and then we'll go into the exercise sums. Okay. So now coming to today's assignment. So what I told today, I'll just recall it. So we are in the chapter 2 and I've given the definition of a polynomial and polynomials in one variable and degree of a polynomial. So today's assignment, definitions. I think I told 3 definitions. What are polynomials? What is the degree of a polynomial and what is the polynomial in one variable that I have given. Then next I explained some questions, some tasks which is given in the textbook. Among that, first one is page number 28, think and discuss. Think and discuss, I already explained, you write that. Next task I have explained, page number 30, do this, both degree of a polynomial and write the coefficients. And next one is general form of a polynomial, this you have to write neatly and clearly, right? So that's all for today's session. So before going to leave, I just want to recall one thing. Some students are doing the homework when I have given the homework what I explained in the class. Suppose if I given any my own sums, like in the session number 17, maximum of the students are not able to do that one. Why? If you give my own questions, you won't do. What's your problem? I have given all the related questions only. I have not given anything from the new which I have not explained to you. That's not, na? I have given the same questions what I told. Of course, it was related to the previous questions. And if I given the 5 questions, in that one 3 questions are very easy. Somewhat will be a small logic I will give, because to sharp the mind of the students, we have to use that type of logics. And you are doing the sums today. All will do the homework, because all I have explained, you just simply writing. Suppose if I given any my own question, you are unable to write. It's not correct. Listen the class carefully and try to answer that. And all the video sessions will be available in YouTube. Suppose if you got the doubt, you just go and check that one. Session number 18, suppose this question was discussed in that one. Up to session 18, 2 or 3 sessions are given for homework. Remaining everything will be recorded and it's all in the YouTube. You can check that. Don't leave that one. If you do like that, we won't get any interest to do. Why? What is a waste of time for me? If you are not interested, just leave it. You do one thing, sir, I am not interested. Then automatically I will remove from the group. If 2 students are interested, I will tell to that 2 students only. If only 1 student is there, I will tell the class to that student only. Why to entertain all others? Don't do like that. Try to learn the subject. You must be very passionate towards the subject. Okay? So, hope you understand in this session, and in the tomorrow session we will go for exercise sums, where the exercise will start. And I am repeating again, this chapter is very important and it is continuation for the 10th class also. So be thorough at this stage only. If you are good at this stage, in the 10th class it will be very, very easy to solve the questions. That's all for today's session, and we will be in the next session. Thank you.